Hello. Alright. Sorry. I'm back. Time to continue where we left off. Sorry, I just had a bunch of salted crackers. So, drinking water now. That was no accident. Yeah, I read this before, but I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Inni? Finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. Doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. Can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. When we meet some random guy in our office. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. Angry that weather girl on TV. Why are you angry at that weather girl on TV? I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. Is what that girl said I'd stake my life on it? Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl? She's going to hear something about my $1,500 suit! About your case. Unless you're planning on doing the weather girl? I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me never to end up under his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the Dr. Act. It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yes, I heard you. I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. Didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash! Crunch! Instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. That's right, about a year ago. All the tabloid shows were talking about it. "14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident." There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I? Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? Yeah, you could just fire her. She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go there either. So what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? Well, this is something only you can do. Maya Fey, you know this girl, correct? Maya! Why would he know her name? Heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean... Hey, wait a second here! I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. He's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Yeah, good luck. Last time people did that, Didn't work out too well. Oh. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fae clan, have always been spirit mediums. Because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. Said that she wouldn't do the channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. So this is Kurain Village, Maya's hometown. Why, hello there. What a odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Curly! Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know. Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh well. Anyways, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Oh hey, Dodeka. You missed the tutorial. Yeah, appeared in the... Maya appeared in the tutorial. Like... It's funny how they did the tutorial. At the beginning, Phoenix gets hit over the head with a fire extinguisher. And then... Well, there's nothing wrong with the bot. Gets hit over the head with a fire extinguisher and then has amnesia. So that's how they make sure you know how to play the game. Anyway, congratulations! I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. Heh. Today's channeling. So in this case, which just started, there's a doctor. There was an incident with a nurse who prescribed the wrong stuff, and 14 people died, and then the nurse died in a car accident. So we're gonna channel the nurse with Maya. Looks like you've finally become a full-fledged medium, taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Ha ha ha. Behold the power of the Maya Intelligence Network. What's that? Let's see. 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse. He killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network anyway? The tabloids. That's what I thought. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Kurain Village, but I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true, since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. What about, your sister? Wait, is she her sister? I don't know. I don't know their relationship. They look very similar, though. I also know what the girl's name is because I've seen a little bit of this playthrough of this, the second game. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? She also said it, like, right away. Pearly? Pearl Faye. She's my cousin. Alright. Her cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin. Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yup, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. A tip of Gordy. I see. I hope I didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious-looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious-looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothes, for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Kurain Village. Aunt? Pearly's mother is my aunt. Duh. Come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? Oh, by the way, we have a cell phone. Oh, we don't have it anymore. We don't have the cell phone anymore. With the ringtone of the Steel Samurai. After I'm done, we can grill up some juicy burgers! What's with Maya and burgers? Alright, good luck, Maya. Thanks! Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. Examine. Old bus stop. It says Curain Village on the signpost. The buses seem incredibly inconvenient since they only come 3 times a day. A giant rock that seems to be reaching for the sky. Origins are written on the beat-up old sign. Looks like this giant rock is called the Curain Boulder. There's a really complex explanation written here, but long story short, the big stone for spirits to live in, or something like that. An old-style phone booth. I can't say it fits in with this area too well. My cell phone doesn't get reception up here, so who knows, I may need it later. Alright, I have confirmed that we do have a cell phone. Rustic, thatched, roofed houses. Where the other villagers live line the street. Read that really weirdly. Rustic thatched roofed houses where the other villagers live line the street. They're nowhere near as large or as nice as the manor in front of it. It's kind of odd that I don't see any of the other villagers walking around, though. Whenever he says villager, I think of Minecraft. The biggest, most elegant of the buildings I can see from here. This is Fey Manor, the place Maya calls home. It's easy to be overwhelmed by its presence. Is there anything else? Oh. Meditation room. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. Some nice weather we're having today. Aren't you happy? No, not at all. The weather lady said it would be raining. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said, with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, have a copy. I have a copy for you. Can I look at the copy? Meditation room. Channeling chamber. Winding way. Is that like the hallway to Maya's bedroom? Let's read these signs that I can't read. Someone with a lot of skill wrote these 4 Chinese characters with a brush. Oh look! Here's a translation. Once in a lifetime. Its message is people should value their ghostly meetings as once in a lifetime chances. The door that leads to the channeling chamber, the place where spirits and people meet. The iron in this door was tempered, making it very solid. Looks like there is a strong lock on this door to top it off. A piece of cloth with a ton of finely written characters jammed onto it. Probably esoteric knowledge only mediums would know. Let's see. Here's one in English. It says, 100 ways to save money. Being a medium sounds like a rough way of life. This door leads to the winding way. The weather outside looks really nice. Today's channel. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. What? A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry, and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With the confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Curane's School of Channeling. The home, huh? And Miss Maya is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? Present my badge. Look, here's my attorney's badge. Are you trying to compete with me in my profession with that piece of scrap? I am a surgeon. Compared to you lawyers, I'm practically a saint. Yes, well, I don't exactly have any patience right now. But, and listen good, I'm not the one that made the mistake. This doctor needs his head examined. What if I want to go to the winding way? Can I go to the winding way first? Oh, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? Looks a little out of place in a garden like this. The small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this, so every family has to burn their own trash. Splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. Ah, yes. The incinerator. Where, with the lady who is part of the mafia or something like that. It's a bit small to walk around in. Although, that incinerator, piques my curiosity. It looks like there's a room over there, too. A peaceful feeling is emanating from it. Let's go disturb the peace. It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. Alright, we got a vase. Well, it's an urn, not a vase. So it's not really like the vase from the last case, or the case before that, from the first game. Bay Manor side room. So this is the side room. It looks like it's more of a break room. There is bedding spread out on the floor. Looks like someone's sleeping in one. Let's go wake them up. I shouldn't disturb them. There's bedding spread out on the floor. That's someone sleeping in one over there? She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. I don't think they're wizards or witches. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. The decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Purane Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. I cast Fireball on the lair. So does this mean it's easy to spot bears around here? And for them to spot you? It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as a storage space. But here it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. This is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here I can see the winding way and the little garden in the courtyard. Alright, let's get back on track. I'm back. Oh man, this place looks cool. Wow. It's such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights, I guess they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? Ah! My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You are a lawyer, are you not? Good sir? Yes, she has very big hair. I have heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that her nickname? Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. Ah, I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you ask too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That was it not for Mystic Maya and her assistants, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a good first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Ah, thank you. Hold on, let me just look around the room. This folding screen is really showing its age. All of its edges are a bit tattered. The lettering is fading too. I think I recognize a few of the characters on here. Ku, Ra... Oh, Curing. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Maybe I'll ask Maya about it later. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface. And some branches of a sacred tree. How do you know it was a sacred tree? Have been set in a predetermined arrangement. Good sir, I wonder if you would please not touch the sacred objects. Those objects are being offered to the spirits. If you were to touch them, good sir, they would become cursed. Yes, cursed. You really didn't have to talk down to me. I'm not that much of an idiot. There is some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw in the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. There is a giant iron lock where the handle is. Feels like a curtain that separates the normal world from the spirit one. Alright, and there's nothing with the candles. Why do you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she is the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs of the Curain channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fey clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Curain school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So that's how it is. So today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident indeed. The channeling will take place here in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. So this room is the channeling chamber? The place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. I don't suppose you'd mind if we observe the session. Do not even think of such nonsense! Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. Secrets of the Curain techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. That never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why, while channeling it is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She is an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd. Did I read that correctly? Hold on. That odd. Weird. She is my daughter. Now then. What was it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have. Hahaha. A pure heart that knows not of the evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Present my badge. Good sir! We would like to begin the channeling at 3 o'clock. You don't mind, good sir? Would you mind allowing me to make preparations? Sure, go ahead. She's a fae, alright. Just as odd as the rest. I fell in an elevator shaft. Where am I going now? Hey you, hold on now. This gal's got a few questions to ask. I'm sure I heard that southern accent somewhere. Oh. Great. Her again. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen ya in, what, a year? You are, lot of hair. You're a lot of hair, right? A lot of hair? What's... A lot of who? Wait, you must not be making fun of my hair now. Ah, no, I wasn't making fun. I was complimenting you on your fine hair. I dare say you're one heartless man, Mr. Wright. Was 'cause of my testimony that your friend got out of being guilty. But looks like you already forgot that. Hold up. You were working with the prosecution at first as one of their witnesses, and came after us as if we were a piece of sirloin steak. Minor detail, stop being so uptight, letting little things get in the way. The name's Heart, lotta heart. Don't you forget. Oh yeah, that's it. Now listen here. I'm here to take some pictures today. Gonna get myself a real scoop. Ah, so I guess you're still at it? Being a photographer, I mean? You betcha. The hardest working one out there, I reckon. Didn't I say I was gonna make a name for myself as a famous paranormal photographer? Oh, that's right. I got an achievement, lot of hair, was it? This ain't no time to be wasting time. The channeling's about to get started. Yeah, you're not allowed in there. Is it that time already? We should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on. Lot of heart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case, but I guess looking back, we had some good times too. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies, once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah. I sure would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go. Click. And we hear a loud explosion. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the Heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the Heartland. What are you? This is Curain Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we will request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, she shut Lana up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Oh, loud explosion. Well, sound more like a gunshot. Hey now! What was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Bang! The spirit carried a gun! Hey, that's a gunshot! Excuse me? I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'd bet my afro on it. Maya's in there. Ask Morgan what to do. Break into the chamber. No, I think we should be respectful. Miss Faye, what should we do? Yellow-bellied chicken liver. What are you waiting for? Kick it down already. But the key. That key is one of a kind. In this world, there is only that one. Even I am powerless to open that door. Ah, there's really no other way. Alright. Stand aside, I'm going to break the door down. Wait, please! That sort of recklessness. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Slam, slam, crash! Dr. Gray! Click. Dang it, stop taking pictures. I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lana, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from here. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But, hurry before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here. So I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And they're on their way. That's good. Lottie, I say a genuine... I can't do that. A genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Wait, why does Phoenix have a southern accent now? Hey, mister. That gal, Maya. She wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh yeah. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. Then again, weren't there only the two of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. Sort of got the same impression myself. He's real controlling. Soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Hey, they'll be here soon, right? The police, I mean? I reckon you should be getting back to the crime scene now. Yeah, I guess so. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's, Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. I guess I just have to wait. The police are here. But it's 2 hours by train. How did you get here so quickly? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? Actually kinda funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Will I show you to the scene of the crime, Detective Gumshoe? My name isn't Jim... Oh, Detective Jim Shoe? My name isn't Jim Shoe. two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. The police are busily running here and there. And I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey you, don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? About Maya. I hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya, the victim, and the victim were inside this room after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about her later, pal. Right now I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional, and yet something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the Vic was first stabbed, then he was shot. I'm really busy right now. I can take a look at it later, alright, pal? Didn't even take a glance at it. Let's see if Maya went over here. I don't know. Why did they have a gun? Maybe Dr. Gray had a gun. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? It's, that is, like, so isn't it about time to start? Huh? Time to start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there has been a murder. So like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. What's with this lady? Yeah, after all that, that's all she had to say? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot, too. Like, introduce myself. My name is Innie Minnie. Hello, Innie Minnie. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? That's right. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomenon, ESP, and psychic powers. That sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Eeny meeny. So what brings you here today? So... I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place? He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. 'Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. I see. Then why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good? Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds? They, like, must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. How many times is she going to say like? So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that. I, like, totally know nothing. So, who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, I was like, a patient. Yeah. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. Like, I'm really sorry, but I'm not all that smart. So I don't, like, get it. Why does it feel like she's just putting on an act? It must have been the Mafia. Yes, a spirit of the Mafia. Can I examine something new? You left a blanket a mess. Are you going to fold it? Like, I had a really good nap, and like, I was thinking of leaving it like this, so like, it's all set for tonight. Alright, bye. There's no one here, as usual. Ack! Hey, how are you? You're a Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. How are you so forgetful, Phoenix? I'm assuming I can't talk to her. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Where did she go? Oh, she's back. Alright. I'm assuming if I talk to her, she runs away. Present. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too... Alright. I'm not getting anywhere with her. Channeling chamber. No. No, I'm not. Oh, something changed here. She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta. God, don't let it be me next! Eek, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine. Any ideas? Did you see or notice anything that stuck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. Huh? What? Curses and ghosts and stuff coming back to get ya. This is just too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer. Some scary stuff, so I think I'm going to try being a celebrity photographer now. Going after photos more within your reach from now on. More glamour, less gore. What's up? Oh yeah. What is it? Took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Heck, she did. 2 even. The seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta! Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop. What was that? I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. And why does it feel like we've been through this before? Oh dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Ahem, alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police, and I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Very reassuring. Yeah. Yawn. Ugh. Morning. I guess I have nodded off at some point. I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center as soon as possible. Nick! Maya, what am I going to do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here, in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. Oh hey, it's the thing from the opening intro thing. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me, I understand. So you're the master or something of the Curain School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. But since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. The supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time, too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began the channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story, and that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms, and there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. It was a really familiar smell, too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. I guess this is about all the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? Huh? It? What is it? A document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. A murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose, I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, 0 prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. Ah, here we go. New game mechanic. Like badge, but better. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm, and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Can I present the badge? Sorry, Nick, but there's nothing really special about it. But it's my badge! I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? I'm sorry to say, Dodoka, but I don't think you're going to be seeing Edgeworth for a while. I do think he appears in this game, though. I think he still appears. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. But it's pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Little Pearl isn't here today. Maybe she's at school? They don't go to school. She's not even allowed to leave the premises. Oh hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday, the, dentist guy. No, I'm a lawyer. That's right, Mr. Smith Esquire. That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, right? Well, I got like 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at this college, and, you told me about that yesterday. the sesame allergy too? What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more clear. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like... What was I talking about again? If Lotta ever wanted another genuine, mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. I'm not gonna talk to her. Need to find where Pearl is. It looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. I should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I am on my way to go meet Mystic Maya, and I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. Irk. She's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as did I. I know it's important for me to search the site, but I should ask her some questions too, while I have the chance. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. No, you murdered him. Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head. Make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique? Spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber. This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such a tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes, when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt, as you witnessed yesterday. Anything is a valid testimony. Revolt? But how? When a spirit enters a medium's body, she loses her will and herself steps aside. Put it another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling a spirit. But Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. And that was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that would be calling danger upon my client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this honorable incident. Horrible. Why'd I say honorable? In this horrible incident. And that would be that folding screen there, which is the Kirin sacred writings, along with the Kirin sacred urn. They are this village's most treasured possessions. If I ever found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. Odd for her to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. Guess this isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. Where's Pearl? So, how is Pearl today? Mr. Wright. Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, and is the pride of the Branch family. Wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours, perhaps it is best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? Oh my! What is it? That is Mystic Maya's Magatama. Why do you have this in your possession? I'm sorry. Return it to Mystic Maya at once. Yes, madam. Why did I feel like I was being scolded by my own mother just now? I'll be leaving shortly to meet with Mystic Maya. I guess I'll talk with the dumb... So why are you still here today? Like, there's so much for me to, like, study here. Like what? Like, the medium's training? Or like, how they inherit their spiritual power? I suppose this village is the real thing after all. So, like, I asked if I could stay here for, like, a little longer. He sure seems like the carefree type, at least on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's, like, totally scary. She says with a silly smile plastered on her face. Do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday too. That's right. Her reaction yesterday when I asked was... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Well, like a long, long time ago, I was like a patient. Yeah. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? And I use this. Wow, it's a Magatama! You shouldn't have. It's so totally not for you. Hey, like, it's not nice to freak me out like that. That should be my line. Maya must be in another round of questioning. I hope the detectives are taking it easy on her, but these kinds of cases aren't usually taken lightly either. I guess I'll come back later. Phew, it feels like I've been gone forever. But it's only been one day. Oh, that's right. Where's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day? Ah, here it is. Right on the top of my desk. This is the only thing he left behind that's going to be of any help. Alright, and then I show it. Dang it, I didn't want to go back. Like, I'm really sorry, but... And I know, like, you totally had your heart set on it, but I can't, like, take it. Who said anything about giving this to you? It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. There seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. This is a hole. Could this have been made by a bullet? Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. It's fine, the writing is still on it. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean Mystic Maya. Mystic Maya. I will tell her. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. Yeah. There's some empty space behind the folding screen. The limited can, yeah. I hope no one is hiding back there. Why would you say that, Phoenix? Why? This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels of this flooring. The straw in the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. The lock on it is broken because, well, I broke it. Doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When we want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. Alright, obviously I did something because she left. Let's go talk to that lady. Oh, is Pearl back? Ack, you surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatter. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. Like the same thing she had yesterday. Oh yeah, Maya said to give this to you. Ack, I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's... Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I, worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. Whoa, what? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? So that's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. Are you sure? Hold on, what is her age? She's 18. She wasn't 18 in the other game. That earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, we aren't... Things aren't like... I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Alright, help me. Oh, I have to talk to her. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow. I had no idea Maya was so revered. Revered. I can't say it. Usually, when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. Where in the world did she get an idea like that from? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes, for example, I study the Cure Rain technique. Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? Not that I know of. Wait, are you telling me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. Maya did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. So what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. You want it? I can give it to you. Yeah, sure. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me. Hehe. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is charge this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. What do you mean? It will let you see people's secrets. Ah yes, the game mechanics has finally been revealed. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Well, I know someone who's hiding a secret. Hello again. Oh, sorry. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Aw, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No! How old do you think I am? Want to ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray. I like totally don't know him. Ack, what is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock. on that person's heart. Huh? What? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these psych locks, Mr. Nick. Psych locks, huh? The more someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. Let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. You don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. I'm going to ask you again. Did you know Dr. Gray? I totally don't know that guy. Like, you're totally more persistent than a roach. This girl is hiding something, I'm sure of it. Guess I'll have no choice but to remove this lock. Alright, so first I have to use Maya's Magatama. How do I use it? Oh, there we go. The victim. Eeny miny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? If you're, like, so totally sure, then where's, like, your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? Should try to show that the possibility existed for now. Something that shows a possible connection between Innie and Dr. Gray. Here is your proof. Like, what is that? Ouch, I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it, huh? Pearls did warn me. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you, she said. I don't have enough evidence, I should probably stop. I take another look at the court record and think it through one more time. Well, it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person. Directly. She is age question mark. I don't think I know. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're going to be her lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh, I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once. I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Ha ha ha. I'm not scary, honest. I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? The real, genuine pistol. Why are you showing her a pistol? Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. About Maya and the charges against her. I don't think you can win, pal. You're talking about proof. We've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer is going to testify tomorrow. Must be talking about Lada. Actually, speaking of Lada. Looks like I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember, I took some pictures at the murder scene inside. Lada's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Huh? Could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. He's searching through his pockets, and boy are those big. It looked really interesting too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. About Maya's trial tomorrow. Got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news. And even worse news. Which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? Von Karma? But he was arrested! Well, I know who this Von Karma is, though. Because in the second game, some of it. Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial, and that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Successor? So, who is this successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. Kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hadn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a sec. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that I would have heard something about. Oh, no, the kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff, and it is a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma, and I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Yeah, this Von Karma is a character. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Oh no. Stop it, get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and... Hey, it's that news story! The one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died, and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. Brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Minnie. Thanks, I needed that. See you later. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Minnie. Minnie is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Minnie wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a Nurse, perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Oh hey, I did it and I got health. Please tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Minnie. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on the phone. Tough on the people, not the phone. Like a total slave driver. My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out 'cause she was overworked. Wiped out? So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice? Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psych lock works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Alright, well, I'm gonna end there. Alright, good night, Dodeka. Let's see, who should I host?